Great to have you on the program this morning. Let's start, if we could, by trying to get your thoughts on the GameStop situation, but really because it's a microcosm of so many things going on in the marketplace all at one time, right? You have sort of the social media enabled interest in this stuff. You have these new apps, the gamification of it. You have these issues about payment for order flow. It captures all of it. But in terms of risk and how you're thinking about it, what's top of mind right now?
Well, first, let me say thank you, Andrew, for inviting me back. It's good to be back on Squawk Box and to see Joe and Becky as well. Look, I think that markets evolve and technology comes along and changes markets on a regular basis. But what we're seeing in the markets right now, as we're seeing across the country in everything that we're doing, is we're able to use our apps, God bless, because we can get so much more access, and we're bringing more access to the capital markets for retail investors. But we also have to look at for our core principles. Our core principles of protecting investors and fair, orderly, and efficient markets and capital formation. That's written into the law, but it makes sense today, just like it made sense when it was written into the law. And so how do we update our regime, our reform our rules to still protect investors when these apps are sort of encouraging active trading through the behavioral prompts? And then our whole market structure is starting to see some concentration in it, and that could sort of diminish efficiency in our markets.
Well, let's talk about both of those issues. In terms of this issue of gamification, and you were asked and talked about this in the hearing yesterday, you clearly have concerns about gamification. The question is, to the extent you want to regulate that, how do you do it?
Well, it's about sales practices and the marketing and communication with investors. And for a very long time, the SEC and its self-regulatory organization, FINRA, that you might have heard about yesterday during the hearing, have looked at these things. So we're going to seek comment from the public about these new tools, about prompts and leaderboards and behavioral ways to get individuals to trade more. And look, there is a bit of a conflict of interest. An app that says that they have zero commissions is earning revenue on your trading, the listeners to your show's trading, through something called payment for order flow. Somebody is paying them for that order flow and paying them for that data. We know this is to be true when we go on any application, somebody wants to get our data. But so we're going to take a look at this and get public comment and then see how we might freshen up our rules.